started. Is it recording? Yes, it is. All right. So welcome. These are some essential oils that will support your stress and your sleep, which is, and it's good. They're actually very similar oils. They're pretty much the same oils for sleep as they are for stress, because they're all working towards that lowering of those hormones and lowering of those anxiety feelings so that you can rest, rest to take the stress off and rest to sleep. So they actually interact a lot. So as you can see, it does take many forms in our lives, from getting kids out the door, which is me, to being on time for important meetings, which is me, and then rushing home to cook a healthy dinner, which is me as well. So that's my life basically. And yeah, we feel too busy to deal with it. So I kind of am taking like a bit more of a holistic approach. The oils are great, but if you don't surround yourself with some of these other things, then the essential oils are just won't be as effective. So, and you know all of these things. It's take a minute to breathe, go outside, and to breathe literally is, you know, put some frankincense, a drop in your hand, even like neat, just open the bottle, drop it in your hand, or even your lavender peace, or even your balance, putting them in your hands, rubbing them together, and just doing that for a few minutes. When I do that in my room in the mornings, and the kids walk in and they see me like this, they back away very quickly because they know mum just needs that 5 minutes. So that could be a form of meditation. Drinking more water, putting some good food into your body, and using your essential oils, all those things actually help. So yeah, this is actually the science behind it. It's the olfactory bulb that's right behind your nasal passage. The essential oils go into absorbed there, and it's actually directly absorbed into your blood, your brain, and that actually controls the anxiety and stress, and it affects those emotions very quickly. So there's 3 really cool things about essential oils. The first one is that they are safe. I'll just move this over here. They are safe in that they are 100% plant extracts. They are heavily tested, and they are either steam distilled or cold pressed straight from the plants of where they originate. They are actually grown in really in their natural environment. So they're not hot housed, they're not farmed like on sort of, you know, huge expansive farms like owned by a company. They're actually found all over the world, wherever they're actually located naturally. So our tea tree is found in Port Macquarie, which is just down the road, because that's the best soil quality, the best humidity, the best pH levels, the best climate for it to grow with the best nutrients and the best chemical compounds. So like your lavender is found in Bulgaria, your frankincense is found in Somalia and in Africa, because they're the best places for it. So when they're extracted then and there, and then transported to the doTERRA company so they can actually bottle them and test them. So they're effective in that, this is the second cool thing, they're effective in that within 22 seconds of you breathing in from the bottle, so you open the lid, 22 seconds later, those oil molecules will actually be processed within your brain. Within 2 minutes, they'll be hitting your bloodstream, and in 20 minutes, they're in every cell of your body. So that's a pretty fast reactive system. They are also affordable in that they are only cents per drop. So your lemon oil is $13 for a bottle, because it's easy to harvest and easier to grow, so it's less expensive, and therefore it's with 250 drops in the bottle, it is only a couple of cents. So if you're using your lemon in your diffuser for a couple of drops, in some cleaning products, in your shower in the morning, and a couple of drops in your water, you've probably used maybe 6 to 8 drops that day, which really has probably cost you 10, 15, maybe 20 cents at the most for using those oils for those benefits. So they can be a lot more affordable in the long run than maybe a script. If you've got On Guard and Easy Air to help with a virus, they're going to last a whole lot longer than a script for you know, a week, plus the doctor fees and the petrol money to get there and back. So doTERRA is also the largest essential oil company in the world. Our profits for the 7-year profit turnaround actually beat Apple's profits. I learned that last night. So they do like a measure between startup and 7 years down the track, and Apple's profits were X amount and doTERRA's were X amount. So they are a very stable company at the moment. They are not going anywhere. So something else to share with everyone. One thing I really find important, especially with this topic, is that our essential oils have no side effects, no addictions, apart from the fact that you get addicted to loving them and actually really enjoying how they make you feel. And there's rarely any interactions with other existing medication. However, if you are on existing medication, you do need to go and check with your doctor just to be on the safe side, because we're not doctors, and we don't know what medication you're on, so it's always better to be safe than sorry. Okay, there's 3 different ways to use your essential oils. The first way is aromatically, and that means by putting them into an ultrasonic misting diffuser. 20 years ago, we used to put them in the little tea oil burners with the little tea light and actually burn them with a little bit of water. We don't recommend you do that anymore, because these oils are volatile. So when you heat them up, they actually break down their health compounds, and they don't work as well. They still smell nice, but if you're using the Easy Air to help you breathe better, it'll smell nice, but it actually won't work as well as to unblock your sinuses and your blocked nose and things. So aromatically is the best way we recommend, is through a diffuser. You can use them topically, which means you can actually apply them onto your skin, like I've done with the hand cream. A lot of them should always be applied with a carrier oil. Or a carrier, something to actually dilute the oil a little bit so it's not so intense in your skin. And the carrier oil we recommend is the fractionated coconut oil, simply because it doesn't have the fatty oily chain in it like the other one you might have in your cupboard for cooking. This one stays liquid forever. It doesn't go off readily, and it actually is really quickly absorbed into your skin. It doesn't leave that greasy, yucky feeling, and it doesn't have any smell. So you're not competing with the aroma of the beautiful oils. It just is very easily absorbed and very, very good to keep those oils from evaporating. Because if you put them just straight on your skin from the bottle, most of it is actually then evaporated before your skin is able to absorb it. So if you have a carrier oil or a hand cream or face moisturizer or something like that, it actually keeps the oils on your skin long enough for it to be absorbed. Our oils are actually able to be used internally. And if you have a look on the side of the bottle, they always say whether you are able to ingest them or not. It's very hard for you to read that, I know that, but there it always says directions for flavouring use: dilute 1 drop of food or liquid, store in a cool, dry place. You might have a look at tea tree or eucalyptus. It will say, sorry, not tea tree, eucalyptus. It will say not to be taken. So that's always your rule of thumb. Read the bottle. If it's not something that should be taken internally, it'll tell you. Wintergreen and Ice Blue oils, although they're not used for sleep and stress, they actually have come with a child safe label, and that straight away tells you don't take this one internally. So I use them in a shot of orange juice in the mornings before breakfast with some grapefruit. That actually really helps. And that helps kickstart my metabolism. Is there a safe number of drops to take? There is. I'm not sure of the actual amount. So can I get back to you on that? I'm going to write that one down. Amount of safe drops. That being said, I have taken, Mel might know that answer actually.
Yeah, can I interrupt, Belinda?
Yes, please do.
Oh, okay, if we're adding to water.
Yep.
Okay, so I can remember ages ago, I think Kylie and the girls, don't quote me, started off it, we should really only add about no more than 2 drops.
Yep.
It was, because I can remember, and I think reading, they advise you to only really add no more than 2 drops to your water.
Yes, otherwise it's very powerful. However, when I was sick and thanks Mel, when I took a couple of Flume capsules, so you can actually take them internally via like an anti-veggie capsule.
Yeah.
It's got 2 drops of 5 different oils. So there's 10 drops. And I would take one of those in the morning, and that was basically all I needed. So
well, I know I made the green mandarin chocolate bark the other week, and that I used 6 drops in that. 5 just wasn't enough. You couldn't quite get it as much as I'd like it. So I used 6, and I've been eating that constantly, and that's okay. But I mean, the recipe said the green mandarin chocolate bark.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah. What they say for a rule of thumb also is really when you're first starting off in the oils is to really start, say, with 1.
Yeah.
Right? Because even though they're completely safe, you've got to get used to it. Your body's got to get used to it too, right? Then to go to 2. And I've seen some recipes and they go add 5. And I think, well, hang on, that's going to be pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know? And I know a lot of people want that flavour.
Yeah.
And look, that's fair enough. You can handle it. But with water, look, I know one day there, I think it was lemon or something. I added, I think 3 or 4 to a bottle of water, and I've gone, oh my goodness, you know, wow, that was really, okay, I can understand why. Okay, that's like the peppermint beadlet. Rule of thumb, I can handle 2, like I used to do 1, I can do 2. Not thinking one day I shoved 3 in my mouth and I was looking for a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And I love peppermint. So, look, I think it's an individual thing. I would not go overboard.
Yeah.
Yep. With the capsule for the flu bomb, it was it's basically to you know, counteract those flu feelings. You do need a bit of an intensive, like, lot of it. I think the most I've only done is I've taken 2 of those capsules a day when I was sick. So that's a lot of drops. But that being said, my body's actually very used to them because we've been using them for about 2 years. So yeah, it's kind of start slow and start with less, because less is more with these oils, like especially in a, you know, big one of those Voss bottles of water, glass bottles. I would put 1 or 2 drops of tangerine in it. That's it. That's all I can. That's as much as it needs. But it's something that you play around with and get used to using, and what you're comfortable with and what your taste gets used to as well, you know. Okay, so another question. I love this. I use more for health. Yeah, today I had a veg cap with 2 peppermint, 2 rosemary, and 2 copaiba. Yeah, fantastic. That's exactly what your body loves, what your body needs. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so the oils what we're going to talk about are lavender, lavender peace, cedarwood, vetiver, frankincense, balance, past tense, and peace. I'm going to have to change this one and also add adaptive to it now that it's available in Australia, and I'll see if I can talk about that one quickly at the end. So lavender is most commonly used to adapt your moods. It's great for improving your mental concentration, although this one puts me to sleep, reducing stress and calming. It's great to put in or add to your skin topically. And when we say add it to your pulse points, we mean sort of around the front of your neck here and also on your wrists. That's why the French always, you know, dab here and dab here. It's because that's the closest arteries to your skin. So it's actually the quickest way for it to get into your blood system and actually have that relaxing, easing feeling on all your cells in your body. So lavender is great for to relieve your headaches and tensions. So you can put it across here. It's great to diffuse in your bedroom. It's amazing to put in a half a cup of Epsom salts and then let it dissolve into your Epsom salt. It'll be absorbed, and then you can sprinkle the Epsom salts in your bath. So lavender peace is also called Serenity. So it's got 2 different names just because of naming rights. So US and different countries around the Northern Hemisphere call it Serenity, but it's exactly the same product. Serenity is, and this is going to sound strange, but I'm not a great big fan of lavender. I love Lavender Peace so much more because it's a blend and it hasn't got that really intense floral lavender flavor aroma. It still smells lavendery, but it's also blended with your cedarwood, your hoewood, your vetiver. It's got a bit of vanilla in it, and it actually takes that little edge off. So it's got all of the calming oils in one beautiful little bottle ready to go. So we diffuse this in my daughter's room every night with some easy air, and she's really used to that. And it's beautiful to massage onto little bubbers or little people's feet in the evenings. Make sure you dilute it properly. So if you've got little people, you dilute, so you use more of this. If you've got elderly people, it's the same sort of rule because their skin becomes more thin, like little people. But us medium people, you can go sort of like 1 for 1, or a couple of drops of the carrier oil and then a drop for this, and you can actually rub it into your feet. It's actually a really nice calming thing to do at the end of your day. So yeah, it is one of those really beautiful ones that's a must have in our house all the time.
Yeah, my boy, he knows the difference between lavender and Lavender Peace. So the other weekend, he got bitten by a green ant. He asked, he asked for the lavender, and then before he goes to bed, he helps me put his little drops in his diffuser of Lavender Peace with easy air before he goes to bed. It's really cute.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I suppose I'm on the sleep and stress thing, aren't I? But lavender's amazing for ant bites. I got a wasp bite and just poured half a bottle on my shoulder where the wasp bite was, and a couple of minutes later I could actually breathe again. That was so painful. It's like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. But in terms of sleep and stress, the Lavender Peace is that one that is a really good one to use in the evenings because it has that sleepy kind of feel to it. Cedarwood is another one that I use in the evenings. It is woody, but it doesn't have, it's quite earthy smell. So this one's really good for calming that monkey brain, calming that overactive mind, and that one that won't shut down. So for some reason, my brain's kicked into monkey brain for the last 3 days, and I've had really disturbed sleep. And I've got up and stretched and done all those things and read and meditated. And as soon as I've gone back to bed, I've put a drop of cedarwood on my big toe because that's where your reflex points are for your brain. And I've calmed straight away and actually gone, why didn't I do that before, like 3 hours before? So it is a nice one in your diffuser with the Lavender Peace. They're really good nighttime routine ones. And it's actually really good for a facial. So you can actually add 1 or 2 drops to your toner or moisturizer, and it really lifts your complexion. But it also lets you have those calming, relaxing oils with you during the day. So yeah, it's got a lot of these oils have double, like lots of overlapping. Cedarwood, big toe, we'll remember that. Yeah, totally. A lot of these oils have a lot of overlapping properties. So if you find that one of them doesn't relax or ease the stress, you can always just try something else because a lot of them have relaxing properties to them. Like even some of the ones that are invigorating, like your peppermint and some of your some of your citrus, some of them still have that stress relieving of that lowering your anxiety and lowering those hormones that are the stress hormones. So it's a matter of being persistent and actually just keep trying to find a blend or find an oil that suits your chemistry because, chemically wise, we are all different. So how I react with one oil may be quite different to how someone else will react. So it's really good for trial and error. Okay, so vetiver. Now vetiver is the one I use when I'm really stressed out or when I'm really, really can't sleep. It is a really goopy one. So if you have a look, I've actually bought these little droppers to go in because if I show you, if you sit there and wait for it to come out, it's like bloop, bloop. If you sit there and wait for it to come out through the stopper, like all the other bottles have got that oil stopper, and you'll be waiting there for like a minute because it just takes ages to come out of that. So I find that easier, and cedarwood's not as goopy, but I do have a dropper in that one as well. And you can buy them from most aromatherapy shops online and things. They're pretty easy to find. But yeah, vetiver is an amazing one for really calming. It's in my liquid calm blend. So vetiver, balance, and lavender, peace, and frankincense is my liquid calm blend. Equal drops of all of them in a 10 ml roller bottle. And I find that that's amazing for warding off those really stressful, heightened emotions. And then just honestly rolling it in my hand and breathing them all in together. I'll be honest with you, vetiver doesn't smell great at all.
No, it doesn't.
No, it smells like a little bit like muddy water. But when you know something works so well and you can feel your body sort of lowering those anxiety emotions, it doesn't matter what it smells like. If it works, you just do it. This one's a really good one for your feet because it's the furthest part from your nose and you don't have to smell it. So I recommend this one on your big toe and then chucking your feet straight under the sheets so you don't have to smell it. But then your body just absorbs it all and your body's like, oh, lovely, this is all nice. I can go to sleep now. So it's really good to diffuse with your lavender peace and so your serenity or your balance. And I put bergamot, easy air, lavender peace, juniper berry. Great one for dreaming, juniper berry is. Peace in the diffuser, had bad day, couldn't get to sleep. Combination made me fall asleep on the couch within 10 minutes. Woke up 3 hours later. Nice. Like it's vetiver's a bit of a powerhouse. So it's kind of like I try lavender peace. Yeah, it didn't work. Tried cedarwood. I'll try cedarwood and I'll add that one too. Didn't work. All right, time to pull out the big guns. I get the vetiver out. So a little bit of this really lasts a long way. So like you start with 1 drop. Don't start with like I can't sleep. Let's put 3 drops in the diffuser or on my feet. No. Just start with 1. That's all you're going to need. Frankincense, my lovely Frankie baby. It has to be one of my favorite oils, simply because of its versatility. Sorry, there's another chat. I'll probably try and catch up with them later. Lives on my feet at night. Awesome. Frankincense is known as like the king of oils because it does so much for our bodies. It supports your healthy cellular development. It's good for your immune system, your nervous system, your digestive function when you use it internally. You can combine it with bergamot and lavender and inhale for that really calming feeling. As I said to you before, I put some on my hand with my moisturizer and I can actually feel that chill feeling coming over me. Goodness knows I need that after a day of teaching. Like we all probably do after most of our jobs and our days. It is amazing in your facial moisturizer in the morning or at evening. And I'm probably a little bit naughty and a bit heavy-handed with it, but after I wash, tone and moisturize, I actually let the moisturizer like sort of soak in a little bit, and then I'll go out and grab my Frank and put maybe 2 drops on and then just tap it and like dab it in around these points. It's absorbed really quickly, and I have a bit of rosacea on my chin, which is like dermatitis kind of thing. It's like just all the crap I eat sometimes. And frankincense is the only thing that will calm it down. I've tried the yarrow pom and it seems to flare it up before it calms it down, and I can't persist with it long enough to actually see whether it works with the yarrow pom. But the frankincense, within a couple of days, it's all calmer, not as inflamed and red and angry, and it actually works wonders on your dark spots on your face, and maybe you might have some dark spots on your hand and things, or that might just be me showing my age, maybe not. But frankincense is like one of those really special oils to release that tension, and it's great all day and all night. So it's not one of those like your lavender ones that'll actually cause you to get sleepy. It's one of those ones that'll just chill the mood. So frankincense is one of those ones I can't sprout off about enough, because it is just so special and it's so versatile and so good for our bodies. So yeah, that's why I always recommend, because it is one of the more expensive ones, and it's because of its difficulty to harvest. It's always good to get it in a kit, because you actually, you know, more or less pay for it and another oil, and then you usually get, you know, 2, 3, 4, 7 oils for free, basically. So it is really worthwhile getting frankincense in a kit. And that being said, I actually haven't bought a bottle of frankincense in 2 years, because I've used my points. I've saved my points up when I was getting low, and I've used my points to actually replace my frankincense every single time. So yes, it is manageable if once you know, then you know. Balance is one of my go-tos, has been for a good two years. And there's something about the blend of the spruce and the frankincense and the chamomile in it that actually really brings those hormones, those relaxing, calming hormones in really quickly. Bottom of your feet is amazing. Diffuse it everywhere all the time. Apply on your wrist and your neck. Diffuse in the car if you have like a bit of an anxious road trip. It blends beautifully with frankincense in the diffuser. So if you have a few people in the house that are a little bit worried, always put some balance in. Start with balance, and then you can start adding other things like if you have some anxious children, you can always add some wild orange or a citrus, and you've got basically our tantrum taming blend, which is also nice for us grown-ups who actually like to stamp their feet every now and then too, which is not me much. So yeah, balance is, I often have a diffuser necklace where I have a little felt pad. Just can't grab one quickly. Oh, yeah. And I always have, so this is like a diffuser necklace where it's got the shell for it, and you can put the essential oils on the little felt pad. And I've always got one of these with frankincense on it, and I've usually got and it's usually like an orange one because that's the color of the bottle, and I've usually got a green one because that's the color of the balance bottle with balance on it. And depending on how my mood is, I can interchange those and, you know, have that aroma with me all day. So diffuser necklaces are a really nice way to use them aromatically as well. But balance, when in doubt, just grab balance. And if you can't reach that one quick enough, grab frankincense, and you will really have a really big effect on your sleep and your stress levels very quickly. Now, past tense is only available in a roller. This is one of our 10 ml rollers that is, it's bought as it is. Now, most of the 10 ml rollers that you buy from doTERRA have the word touch written on it. And I know that's probably really hard to see, but you can see there's a little change of the label there. And the past tense doesn't have that word touch written on it anywhere. So keep that in mind, that this is a pure oil that hasn't been diluted. Past tense is one of these, and it's called the relaxation blend because if you have tension headaches down here and across here, this is the be all and end all. This is amazing, and it's got wintergreen in it. So it'll have that cooling, that hot, and then that cooling effect, and kind of a bit tingly as well. If that sensation is too intense for you, what we do is we recommend that you take the lid off and, you know, go back to the person who enrolled you or who, you know, you're talking to about oils, ask, where can I buy another 10 ml roller? Get a knife, pop off that roller, and very carefully pour half of this into another roller, and then fill both of them up with your fractionated coconut oil. Pop the lid back on, and then you've actually got 2 past tense rollers that'll probably be diluted enough for you to experience the benefit, but also not have that sensation that is probably too intense for you.
Plus, and don't use it while pregnant.
Okay, don't use it while pregnant because it's got the wintergreen in it.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay, good to know. But it would be something that you would check as well if you were breastfeeding. Yeah, trying to fall pregnant. I would think that would be something that you would check. So if that applies to you, you know, send the person you're talking to, send us a message, and then we can actually check that up for you, because we have lots of literature and lots of places that we can resource and check out for you if you're not already a member, and then we can actually send you in the right direction to check, and then we can check out ourselves, because that's also something that's really important. You're right, Tegan, thanks for sharing that. So yeah, it is pure, so diluted if it is too strong, and even diluting it means if you don't want to get another roller, just roll it in your hand and then put a little squirt and then rub it together and rub it on your neck like that, and then rub it up here, and again on the bottom of your feet. It's actually really easy as well. Peace is another one of those blends that you can get in a 10 ml roller bottle that is diluted, because it has the word touch written on it, so it's diluted. It won't give you that sensation. You can also buy it in a 5 ml bottle as well. It is really amazing for slowing down, taking a deep breath. Really fantastic for us busy mamas. So dilute, diffusing it later in the evening is really good to, you know, even if you've got your little kids around. Peace is one of those oils that it's sort of like, okay, this is wind down time. We're starting to get into quiet time to start calming down. It's beautiful to actually just roll in your hands and do the calming down. It's great before taking a test. It won't make you sleepy, but it will make you calm, and beautiful to roll on the bottoms of your feet as well. Oh, I have got Adaptive in here. Aren't I clever? That's great. I haven't got it with me. Adaptive is one of our new oils that is, well, it's been available in America for about a year, and we've all had to be buying it from America. But from the last convention, which was in April, it is now available to be purchased in Australia, and it is the bomb for stress relief. I've actually been using the roller bottle for staving off the panic attacks. I used to use the Liquid Calm blend I made up, but the Adaptive works just as well. It's taken doTERRA 2 years to formulate this blend, and I cannot, yep, there she is, she's got one. I cannot spruik off about this blend enough, because it's got your lavender, your magnolia, neroli, sweet gum, wild orange, spearmint, and copaiba in it. In Australia, you can get the 10 ml diluted, so the 10 ml touch roller, and you can also get the 15 ml bottle of oil.
And it's got rosemary and spearmint as well.
Yeah, it is quite amazing, the blend, the mixture they've made, and they've researched it for so long. We can't get the capsules here in Australia yet, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, but I have seen some amazing results using those capsules daily. Yeah, so they're still only available in America. So it's one that won't make you sleepy at all. So you can use it all day and all night. Drop in the hands, rub together, inhale, bottom of your feet, on your neck, diffuse it next to the bed. I actually don't feel the need to blend it with anything else. Like Balance, I do like blending with other things. Lavender Peace, I like, you know, blending it with other things in the diffuser. When it comes to Adaptive, I just put that in the diffuser because it's got that much of an amazing aroma. I don't really feel like I need to dampen it down or anything. So if
this is going in my little boy's school bag when he starts school next year.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And these might be something to put in his school bag as well.
Oh, that's going with him.
Yeah, and like I'd only put in like a couple of them, like the Brave and the Thinker, or probably the Steady one. The Steady one and the Thinker is probably the two of these kid oils, just because it alleviates that anxiety, but it keeps them focused as well. So that's a good little kit for little people and for us. I actually bought the Steady Roller for me because it's based on magnolia, and magnolia is amazing. It's got more of the calming compound in it than lavender, which is called linalool. It's got a huge percentage more. So if you always use lavender for calming, I always suggest to you to try Magnolia, and it's only purchased in a 10 ml roller, so it's not as expensive as what you think. These are a little bit cheaper than the bottles of oil because they are diluted. They haven't got as much oil as the pure bottle. But yeah, the Magnolia roller is amazing for calming and for your face as well. I've actually just rolled it on my face. Beautiful. All right, so I know you ladies all have amazing accounts and have you're very active and things with them, but for the purpose of the recording that I'm actually going to share with a few people afterwards, I'll just go through these. Most of these oils are actually now available in this one pack, and this pack is called the Bedtime Bliss Box. It is available with your peace roller, all the things you can see here, your fractionated coconut oil, your lavender peace, your vetiver, cedarwood, and your balance. So it's basically everything for, even though it's called Bedtime Bliss, actually everything for stress relief as well. And it's also got a little card here that it shows you how to use them and tells you a little bit of information. So included in that is your, and it costs $172 plus your postage and handling, which is $7.95. This includes your membership, and your membership gives you 25% off everything that you buy from that kit purchase. And that goes for a 12-month period. So if you sign up tomorrow, then you've got 12 months of the 25% discount. The beautiful thing is that in that 12-month period, you can buy as much as you want, as often as you want, or, whenever it suits you. You can go online, you can then, buy in 3 months' time if you want. There's no, you have to sell this and you have to do this, but they are also options. Once you get your membership, you can also choose to upgrade with no extra cost. And you can actually turn this into a little business, and you can share how these oils have helped you with family and friends and then new friends that you meet along the way, and actually make money out of it to pay for your oils or to, supplement incomes and pay bills off and things like that. So it is an opportunity to help yourself, but it's also a beautiful opportunity to share that help and help others as well, which is basically what I'm doing, and I love it. And I did start with a lot of these oils, and it sort of really showed me how to combat and to deal with my own stress levels, to the point where I really need to tell other people about this, because I'd hate to think there was a friend suffering and I had oils and something that could actually help ease their pain. So that's basically that's the reason why I share, just in case I could help someone. If that kit isn't something that really meets your needs straight away, we have different options, and these are only just a few of them. They're not all of them. Another option is what's called the Home Essentials Kit. This is the top 10 oils, a diffuser, and they are all in the 15 ml size, except the Ice Blue. Ice Blue only comes in 5 ml. It doesn't matter what kit you buy, you'll get it in 5 ml. That's only. It covers nearly 80% of your health needs, so you can actually cook, clean, colds, flu, digestive problems, muscular problems, everything with this stuff. And it is $330. That includes your membership, and you just pay your postage on top of that. If that one's not quite right either, there's the Family Essentials Kit. This is 5 ml of all the top 10, and you get a bonus Smart and Sassy, which is like our metabolic blend. So it's a combination of beautiful citrus oils. It's actually really nice to diffuse in the mornings because it's really uplifting. And that's $174 plus your postage. And another beautiful one that has 2 of these calming, stress relieving, sleepy oils in it, but also your Citrus Bliss, which is beautiful and uplifting, as well as stress relief and elevation, for $124. This one, however, doesn't include your membership. You need to pay that on top, as well as your postage. So this one covers sleep, moods, and emotions. So it is a really, really good one to start with. So we're coming towards the end now. If this has been something that's been really helpful and useful to you, I want you to just have a quick think, because there are probably people that these oils might support, and they might need to know some of these other different ways that they can combat their stress and sleep. But there's also a range of other workshops that I do online at the moment. So I've got a workshop that I do on seasonal wellness, and that's basically looking after your winter colds and flus and things like that, which is, you know, quite topical at the moment. Essential Oils 101, which is your top 10 oils, basically share on how to use most of them. Your Bedtime Bliss, which is what we're talking about today, and balancing of stress naturally. But I've also got a workshop about essential oils and how to use them with your kids. So if that's something that interests you, you will actually, this little surprise, you'll actually receive a free keychain, samplers with samples of your choice. So this can be attached to your bag or keys or something, and you have a few samples with you wherever you go. I've got digestin in it. I've got lavender in case someone gets a bite when we're on the run, and I've got digestin in there for me in case I get a tummy ache. Lemon and peppermint for tummy aches and things as well as frankincense and balance, so that I can, when I'm getting a little bit anxious and I can't find my rollers, I've got those on hand as well. So you receive that, and if you have 4 people turn up, you get 4 samples, and you choose whatever you want from the entire catalogue. If I've got it, sample's yours. So, you know, even if you want something that's, you know, far out, and if I've got it, sample is yours. That's my way of saying thank you for bringing some people on, and thank you for sharing the information with them as well. So that's a little gift for you. So basically that's sort of more or less it. Congratulations. You've taken the first step, because you've just exposed yourself to this information, and hopefully we can share it with other people and actually help some other people get the benefits of these oils as well. And Sally, if you wanted to hang around for 10 minutes and chat about the business, or chat about sharing online, or maybe you've got some other friends and family you think might benefit from these oils, like you said you had your friend, love you to stay on after I stop the recording and we can have a bit of a chat about it as well. So yeah, so let's open it up to any other questions. Does anyone have any questions?
We can unmute now.
Yep,
Go.
definitely.
Ooh, we're back.
And we're back.
We're back. No, that was good. That was insightful. Actually, my girlfriend that does it, she actually was the first person that got me onto doTERRA. Funny enough.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she already used this doTERRA, and then I knew Tegan did, so I kind of got onto Tegan and said,
yeah,
I need to be signed up. Lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah.